Hello fashion lovers, welcome again to my YouTube channel. So today I will be teaching you on how to cut this stylish top with a v-neck collar. All right, now as you can see, I have two fabric folded. It's on fold. This is going to be for both the back and the front pattern of this top. So as you can see, the length of this top is 23, but I added 2 inches for the folding allowance. So the width of this particular dress is going to be okay for the size of this dress. So I went ahead now to mark out the neck width of my dress or my top, which is 3.5. Then I went ahead to mark out the length of this particular neckline, which is 1.5, and this neck line is going to be for the back. All right, then next I'm going to be marking my shoulder measurement. Now my shoulder measurement divided by 2, I have 7.5. all right, so go ahead and mark out your 7.5. From that 7.5 you come down by 1 inches or 1 inch. All right, so from that 1 inch I'm going to connect it down to meet up with my neckline. Now this gives me a sloped shoulder. All right, you all know that your shoulder is not straight, it is slanted. All right, from that 1 inch I came down from, I'm going to be marking my armhole opening, which is 8 inches. Okay, now the 8 inches, on that 8 inches mark, I'm going to be marking my round bust measurement. But first I want to get my armhole straight line. So whatever I got on my shoulder measurement, that is 7.5, I'm going to mark it there so I can have a straight line. So I'll connect like this. Now this is my straight line. Now on that line, that armhole line, I'm going to be marking my chest measurement or my round bust measurement. Now this will now be my chest line. All right, I've marked it out, and I'm going to be marking my allowance, which is 2.5 inches. It's a free top, and before I forget, this top has drawstring by the side of this top. All right, now I'm going to be determining the midpoint of this armhole, which is 4. That is 8 divided by 2, we have 4, and I'm going to be going in by 0.75. And I'm going to be connecting all the way around. Now you can use ½ inch, you can go in by ½ inch, all right, for the back. Okay, so I'm going to be connecting the 3 points together with my armhole ruler or armhole curve. So from the top of this dress, I'm going to be marking my shoulder to waist, and I'm also going to be marking my shoulder to my top length. So for this particular tutorial, I'm using 25 inches. All right, that's this plus my M allowance. Now I'm not going to be marking, it's not a shaped dress, so whatever I have on my bust measurement, that's what I'm going to be marking down on my top length. All right, remember that it's a free dress that has drawstrings at the side, so I'll just connect my straight line like this. Okay, so I'm going to be going ahead now to cut out. Remember, we're cutting both the back and the front pattern. So I'm going to be setting aside one pattern, and I'm going to be using the other pattern for my back, and this is for my front. So you know the front, I'm going to be altering the neck. So you're going to be paying close attention at this point. Now I'm coming down by 2.5 inches. I'm going to be dropping a picture where you see the different kind of collar neckline. Now if you want to do the neckline, like after drafting this, coming down by 2.5 inches, you get your round neck. Now if you want to do this particular neckline, you will not cut out when you finish cutting out your round neck, all right, like this. Okay, what you do now is to go in by 1 inch or ½ an inch or 2 inches. All right, to get that particular, you just cut a v-neck straight. But if you want to achieve this, you cannot cut the entire v, like you can change the round neck into a v-neck. All right, but if you don't want to use this particular neckline, you want to use the first one, all you do, you don't cut out your round neck out, just go in by 1 inch and slant it to the length of the slit you want to open, or you just go ahead and slit the middle open. No need of touching the round neck. But if you want to do this particular one I'm doing, what I did was I cut out everything and gave my top a V-neck. All right. Okay, I hope you understood that. Now this is V-neck. Now you know that this particular dress we're using facing, but we're not going to be sewing the entire neckline. All right, so I'm going ahead now to cut the facing of this dress, or of this top. Okay, my fabric is on fold, and I'm going to be going ahead now to cut out. So the length, I'm going to determine the length I want for this facing. So I'm using 3.5. You can use 4 inches. Okay, so I'm going ahead now to cut out, because I'm going to be joining the center front. My fabric is not, this center is open, so I need to just join it. All right, so now this is the sleeve. Please, if you know you don't really know how to draft sleeve, just pay attention. Now I folded my fabric into 4 from the beginning, so I'm marking out the starting point of this sleeve. All right, I came down by 1 inch. Remember that this fabric is folded 4 times. All right, it's on fold, so it's going to be giving me 2 sleeves. So from that, my starting sleeve edge, I'm going to be marking my sleeve length. So the sleeve length of this particular sleeve is about, I'm using 20 inches plus my folding allowance. All right, so go ahead and do yours. Remember, it's a free sleeve, it's not fitted. All right, so you're going to be giving allowance. So next, now I'm going to be coming down by my cap height. My cap height for this particular tutorial is about 5 inches. Remember, it's a free sleeve. It's about 5 inches. That's what you're seeing there. So on this, my cap height, what I'm going to be marking is my round armhole. So you verify your round armhole for this particular tutorial. The round armhole for this dress is about 19. So and I'm going to be adding extra 1.5 inches. So I'm exhausting everything that I have there. So what I'm going to be doing now is to draw a slant line around the sleeve, like a sleeve curve. All right, if you know that you cannot get this curve, just pay attention closely to get it round like this, slanted like that. All right, so on the hem of this particular sleeve, I'm going to be marking my round sleeve, and I'm going to be adding extra 1.5 inches, and I'm going to be connecting it with my ruler like this. Now I'm done connecting. I'm going to be cutting out. All right, don't forget to notch the midpoint of the sleeve. So when you open it up, you have 2 sleeves. All right, one for the right and one for the left. So you can go ahead now to verify if this ample is same thing as the ample you need, and it's okay. So as you can see, this is my facing. I'll go ahead and sew my facing and fold the hem of my sleeve. So I don't want the hem of this sleeve to be very tiny. I want it to be big, bold. Now, to fix the collar, right? Remember that 2.5 inches you came down initially for the front neckline, right? Before I cut it out. I'm going to be notching that part. That is where my collar is going to stop and start from. I hope you understand that. So while fixing my neckline, I'm not going to be sewing all the way around. So I will stop at those notches. So just watch what I did. I'm going to be sewing from one notch to the other notch. So that part where I'm going to be fixing my collar from is going to be open. All right. As you can see, this is well explainable, like it's self-explanatory. So just go ahead and do exactly what you're seeing me do here. All right, so I've gone ahead to sew. I'm going ahead now to notch the areas. So I'm going to be turning it in. If you can go ahead and iron and press iron. So as you can see, it's open. The place I'm going to place my collar is open. So I brought my back pattern, and I'm going to be sewing 1/2 inch on the shoulder joining. So I'm done joining, and this is what it looks like. Remember that I'm not sewing the part where the notch stopped and start from. All right, it's open. All right, so I'm going to be taking the round measurement that I need for the collar from that notch where I notched to the other end of the notch. So this is my collar. I'm going to be folding. It's on fold right now. Right, so you just need a piece of fabric. So as you can see, the round neck I'll be needing for this particular tutorial, this collar tutorial, is about 15, 14. It's 14, but I'm going to be adding like 1 inch extra for folding. All right, so that's, I'm marking out 8 inches, which is now 16. When you open it up, it's 16. So I'm going ahead now to rule a straight line. Now this will form the base of my collar. Now here you're going to determine how wide you want your collar to be. Okay, if you want it to be 3 inches, you're going to go ahead and mark out 3 inches. If you want it to be 3 inches, you're going to go ahead and mark 3.5, because remember that you're going to be sewing this particular collar. So I went up on the center back by 1/2 inch to get that slight curve, right? So that's what I did there. I connected it back to meet up with the center front, and I went up to add 1 inch. All right, you know, you've removed 1/2 inch from the end. You're going to be going up to add at least 1 inch or 1/2 inch, and then connect it back. But if you want your collar to be bolder, like you want it to be bold, you can do 4 inches. All right, you can do 4 inches. When you're done sewing, it becomes 3.5, or you can do 4.5. When you're done sewing, it becomes 4 inches. So I went ahead to cut 2 of these collars. Remember to notch the midpoint of the collar. Now that helps you to know where to start from. So go ahead and sew 1/2 inch all the way, just the way you see me demonstrate in this tutorial. So I'm done joining, and I'm going to be cutting out like this. Now I'm opening it for you to see how the collar looks like. So you can go ahead and iron. You can also iron stay on it so it's firm. All right, so this is what it looks like. Now you're going to be bringing your top together and notch the back neck of this dress. So that back you just notch, you're going to be putting it together with the notch on the collar. You're going to be pinning it together like this. You're pinning a piece. You're pinning one piece of this collar. Remember that I did not iron 1/2 inch in. If I had ironed 1/2 inch in, so it's easier to just pin everything together and sew at once. So I'm going to pin a piece of the collar on the shirt all the way from one notch to the other end of the notch, and I'm going to be sewing all the way around to the end. So I'm done sewing, and this is what it looks like. So next I'm going to fold again the remaining part of this collar. Now I'm going to pick like 1/2 inch and fold everything inside. The excess that came out from the neck after sewing the first collar, I'm going to push everything inside, then use this 1/2 inch to cover it up. All right, like you can see them pin, so you can have a neat job. All right, so go ahead, take your time and fold 1/2 inch in. See the way I'm pushing it in. All right, I'm going to fold 1/2 inch and pin. Please don't forget to pin. But if you iron from the very beginning, like iron the collar 1/2 inch in, it is very easy to work with. If you can watch my previous video on how to make shirts and collar, a shirt with collar, you would see how detailed that is. All right, go ahead and pin like this. I'm taking my time to show you the process of pinning. So when you're done pinning, you're going to take it to your machine and sew on top. But this time around, you have to be very careful that it is very neat. All right, you're not sewing on any fabric, on any part of the dress. You're sewing just on the collar. All right, so you go ahead and sew all the way around, and that's all. So I'm done, and I'm going to be bringing my sleeve. The middle part where I notch is going to be placed on the middle part of this dress, the shoulder part of the dress, and I'm going to go ahead now and sew. I will sew on one side like this. When I'm done sewing on another side, I'm going to go ahead and sew on the other side with half an inch. So I'm typically done with the sleeve and the collar, and this is what it looks like. All right, you can fold your collar. If you want it to be bigger than this, you know what I said, go ahead and add as many inches you want. All right, so I'm going to be sewing the seam allowances down like this so I get the down part of this dress. When I get the down part of this dress, what I did here, I'm going to be doing it on the other side. All right, if you notice, I've not done the hem of that dress, of this top. I don't know why I'm calling it dress. It's top. All right, so when I'm done sewing, I'm going to go ahead now and fold the hem of this top. Right, so while you are sewing the hem of this top, you're going to be noticing that I opened the sides like this because I want to create a casing for my drawstring. All right, so go ahead, open it. You can also press it open. As you can see, that place is open, so that's where I'm going to be placing my drawstrings. So now for you to place this drawstring, you're going to be leaving like 1 inch opening on that end like this, and you're going to be sewing straight down till you get to the place you want your drawstring case to stop. So for this particular tutorial, I'm using 8 inches. That's how long I want my drawstring to get to. Right, that's the place I want it to stop. Then after sewing straight like this, I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to cross sew. All right, I'm going to stop there, then move to the other side of this place and sew. All right, so I've done exactly what I wanted. All right, this is what it looks like. Now this is my drawstring. I've gone ahead to sew my drawstrings. All right, and I'm going to fix it with my safety pin like this. Then I'm going to be passing it inside that particular hole I created. All right, and I'm going to be passing it straight inside. Please take note of how I'm passing these drawstrings. Now I brought it out like this. Okay, then take it again to the other end and pass it through, because I did not cross so there is already an opening on that end. So I'm going to be going again to pass it out until I get to that other opening. So this is what it looks like. So the same thing I did there, I'm going to do it on this other end. So let me show you what this dress looks like on the mannequin. This dress is so beautiful, so pretty. You can try it. Let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more creative sewing content. All right. So tell me what you think about this dress. I made this pant also with it, and it's so lovely and super, super, super beautiful. This is the back view. Tell me what you think about the dress. And I will be showing you the person that wore this dress in this video. How pretty she looks in this dress. See, I see you again in my next tutorial. It's bye-bye from me.